Hey everybody, it's your buddy Beard Grizzly. There's a time when the research has to stop and we just need to start talking. With Destiny's 2 lore still very much a distant, fully archived project, I wanted to start dipping into things a bit and start getting our feet wet. There's a lot to cover that I have in mind, but a lot of it is spoiler territory, and I have no intention of covering that for at least another few days, if not longer. I want to give you guys time to feel through the game on your own without giving too much away, and I know not everyone has the time to dig into it like I have. Plus, it's a longer experience compared to the original game, so there's that too. In either case, let's look into an old mystery from Destiny and talk about Lord Felwinter. More has sprung up about this Iron Lord from the days before Destiny 1, and with my affinity for anything Iron Lord, I can't help but talk about him. There's one new item that has sprung up from Destiny 2 that has a lot more info than it seems. But first, a brief overview of the Iron Lord for those unfamiliar. Felwinter has been a subject of debate for a long time now, especially with his signature shotgun from Iron Banner, Felwinter's Lie. The question has always been, what is Felwinter's Lie? Well, aside from the thing being a sniper in vanilla Destiny, but that's beside the point. Shotguns were a bit broken back in the day, okay? Anyway, the basic tales of Felwinter can be found through most of the Grimoire, especially when Rise of Iron was released last year, the expansion that highly focused on Lord Saladin and the Iron Lords. We started to figure out that Lord Saladin was one of the oldest guardians around, and he held terrible secrets under his helmet that not all knew about. Who was this mysterious guardian that seemed to climb down from Felwinter Peak every month for a week's time to test Guardian's mettle, and why did he stay away from the tower otherwise? Yes, Felwinter Peak, the peak given its name because of the lord that used to reside and own the mountain. It turned into something of a hub for the Iron Lords and one of their top staging grounds for missions and otherwise. It was also to be where the memorial of the Iron Lords would be stationed, a lasting memory of those that had done incredible things for humanity hundreds of years ago before it all came crashing down due to Siva and its rampant state. In either case, Felwinter used to be a warlord. He was someone that staked out a plot of land and kept watch over something. Perhaps just his land so he could stay alone, contemplating who he was. One of Felwinter's first acts as an Iron Lord was to end a warlord named Saitan. I'll leave the card up for those interested in reading the tale of Felwinter's early days. I know several here that are familiar with the tale already, but to summarize, Felwinter isn't necessarily sold on the individuals of the Iron Lords, but he does seem interested in the ideals that they stand for, to bring humanity and the last bits of it together. Saitan always claims that Felwinter had a larger stake of land compared to the rest of the warlords that he knew of. Felwinter, in one of the most cold events we hear of an Iron Lord, kills Saitan and his ghost with 2 shotgun blasts in cold blood. Felwinter sounds off as a rather cold individual. His feelings on old theology, his possible link to torture for answers, his want to be alone, more often than not, nothing good is painted of the information we have of Felwinter. Felwinter, a Voidwalker, sought to bring truth to the land that he now lived in. It's not entirely known how that was the case, but several items from Destiny 1 do paint a decent picture. The Silver Dread, forged in honor of Felwinter, he who tried to avert the doom on the horizon. Iron Camelot Hood, forged in remembrance of Felwinter, he who stared into the void. Felwinter's Iron Bond, such knowledge is often deemed offensive. That doesn't make it untrue. Memory of Felwinter, I accept the consequences. Lord Felwinter. Felwinter seemed privy to knowledge that the others didn't want to or think about or accept. Then again, he could have been hiding something. Entry 01A. Archivist Tyra Karn. Long before the last of the Iron Lords descended into the Plaguelands, this peak was the domain of one of their own, Lord Felwinter. His maps and outposts show the risen Exo roamed free from the Aral Seas to an eastern border known as Saitan's Ridge, open Saitan 01A, Saitan's Ridge 01A, before taking the oath. There is no evidence of human enclaves or encampments within this area, nor survivors within the Cosmodrome walls, but extensive one-way audio recordings with an unknown entity survive. Open Felwinter 9C, open Rasputin 62G, scan for possible links. A chance meeting with Lord Timur in the Moth Yards led to Timur's first reports on the promises of Siva. Felwinter's conscription into the ranks and the raising of the Iron Temple commenced shortly thereafter. To give a rough idea of where this might be, the Aral Seas are out in Kazakhstan. The area is roughly north of Afghanistan and was held under Soviet control for quite some time. Just putting a place on the map around where Felwinter Peak is considered, that's all. Felwinter was an exo. He wasn't the only exo to exist within the Iron Lords, but he seemed to hold this strange fascination with Rasputin. Lord Timur seems to facilitate this thought a bit more, taking him out to the Arabian shores, sites of a Clovis Bray research facility. Timur's Stormtrance tears through a gang of dregs as Felwinter stumbles through the shifting sands behind him, miles inland of what remains of the Arabian shores. "Where are you taking me?" Felwinter rushes to Timur's side, his eyes jumping focus, anticipating another attack. "You seem far too obsessed with these war mines." Timur stops and stares into the horizon as if smelling something. Not danger, discovery. He draws his fellow Iron Lord close. "Tell me, Felwinter," he whispers, "what does the word seraph mean to you?" Felwinter leans in to whisper back. "Old Earth theology? I know its power well. One can make great use of the traps of faith and its myths." "Damn you, Exos!" the whisper game abandoned. "Do you even ponder the before, or that number etched into your flesh? Do you see yourself in your dreams? Have you ever wondered what it is that calls to you in that void of memory, where the edge of the past infects your present?" He returns to his game of whispers. "It's an itch you can't scratch, isn't it? Well, maybe you can. You think I am one of them? That all Exo are? Lord Felwinter, I know what you are, and you are no war mind, or even one of its puppets. Come, you must see this. With all respect, Lord Timur, whatever game you are playing with me has gone on far too long. This is just another dead zone." "Oh, is it?" Timur directs Felwinter's eyes toward the eastern horizon, where a building crowned with the initials CB is now in view. "We all have creators. Humans, Exo, war minds, even those poor awoken. Some are just easier to find." CB stands for Clovis Bray, or at least that's the only thing that fits the bill to our knowledge so far. Clovis Bray is highly responsible for the creation of the Exo, and that is something that Felwinter seems more and more intent on figuring out. Well, considering his possible resurrection, and now calls to question what he might be thinking of, or getting to the bottom of, at the least. Winter's Guile is a new exotic in Destiny 2, and they are gloves made for a warlock. Took a while to get here, I know, but here we go. Listen to me very carefully. They're coming for you. They'll ask you for a name. Your name is Felwinter. I don't think that's my name. I know. Say it anyway. Why can't I remember my name? I always remember my name. Something's wrong. Was I damaged in crypt processing? I don't know anything about the Deepstone Crypt. Before my time. What the hell are you? You don't trust me. No. You will. You're a very presumptuous little drone. What makes you think that? No one else will help you. It's kill or die out there. There's more questions that spawn of this little passage. Speaking on the Deepstone Crypt could say that this is a time before the collapse, but I would argue that this little drone, as they are often referred to within Destiny as Little Something, would be a ghost. The reason I would say it is a ghost is due to it having knowledge of Deepstone Crypt, but not being able to do or say anything about it. Before my time would encode that this is a day far after the collapse or even the Golden Age, and now probably within the Dark Ages. Deepstone Crypt is another topic from Destiny 1, and I sure never thought I would be bringing this up again. The card goes on to detail how Exos go through resets. If you're not familiar, we'll take Banshee 44 as the example here, or even Cade 6. The number behind an Exo name means how many times that Exo has been reset. After extensive resets, they seem to lose memories to a degree, as is definitely shown with Banshee 44. In the case of Felwinter, he lost his original name. This could be the extent of Felwinter's lie. His name. Of course, if this is the case, why does this ghost feel the need to cover up who Felwinter was before? Really, we have to question if other names of Guardians have been altered or given upon resurrection by a ghost, but I would argue in saying no. Most names we know of in Destiny seem to be alterations to current names more than given by ghosts or otherwise. Cade also seems to retain his own name without a problem, granted he does keep better records than most. Otherwise, Ghost says we can recall memories over time, which really raises why Felwinter's name needs to be covered up.
I've always wondered how you fell here. You were probably part of the Exodus during the collapse. Millions of refugees trying to get off the planet before it died. Still no memories?
I would argue that Felwinter's is a special case, that his ghost knows something that we don't, that there's a link to Felwinter that we don't really know of and we shouldn't know of at all. He has a particular interest in Rasputin, even seeming to want to contact him, even seeming to get through to him in some cases, as we looked at with Tyra Karn's previous look at Felwinter Peak. Added to this is the flavor text of Winter's Guile. I know you. Did Felwinter stumble upon something he shouldn't have, like who he was before? Again, why did his ghost feel the need to cover up so much from him and his past? In either case, I pass the rest to you guys. What else can you surmise about these ideas? What else hides within Felwinter's lie? I know I'm very curious about the last bits that his ghost tells us. No one else will help you. It's kill or die out there. They seemingly made no active role in stopping the fighting, giving us the impression that we do have free will as Risen Guardians, and that the war between the Iron Lords and the Warlords was something that they were free to carry on. But before I go down another path of thinking from this single passage, that is all we have on Lord Felwinter for the time being. The Iron Lords may still have some more secrets and thoughts for us over time, but they are as of yet not revealed. After all, there's still a wolf looking down over us from the farm from time to time. Still, I'm waiting to hear of one Iron Lord in particular. Where are you, Aphrodite? In either case, that's all I have for now, gang. Let me know what you think of the ideas and my small theories attached to this summation of Felwinter so far with the like or dislike button, or comment below with your own thoughts. If you're not sure what to say though, you can leave the phrase, I know you, in memory of what Felwinter may have discovered. If you're interested in hearing more about lore and thoughts as we go along with Destiny 2 and beyond, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell for notifications. If nothing else, thank you guys for being here and listening to my ramblings and musings on Lord Felwinter. I'll see you next Spacetime Guardians. Take care, and happy hunting.